Hey friends, last night Jenny and I introduced our girls to Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act 2. Now, we didn't show them the whole film, but we showed them the clip of when the choir sings "Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee." And we did that for a couple reasons. One, because we needed to do it, but two, we did it because we wanted to practice joy. We needed some joy in our lives, and it may seem like a strange time to talk about joy with everything that's going on in our world, with civil unrest and a global pandemic and the suffering that has caused, and our deep partisan divides about the direction of our country and our hopes for the future and how we might come back together to heal from some of this. But in fact, even in the midst of all that, this is exactly the time we need to talk about joy. Joy is the fuel we need right now, because joy is not dependent on our circumstances. And in fact, it maybe comes most alive even in the midst of difficult and in the presence of suffering situations. Because joy can be an act of resistance, an act of defiance, where we push back against the forces of hatred or evil that seek to divide us and separate us from God and from one another. And an interesting thing has happened this week, because I've been reflecting on joy and doing my best to practice joy this week. And I've become more joyful, more filled with joy. I've been able to tap into joy. So I want to share some of that with you this Sunday as we continue our series about the fruit of the Spirit and life on the vine, as we do our best to abide in the joy of God for the sake of one another and this world. I hope to see you Sunday morning. Grace and peace, friends.